The muscle up transition is a specific exercise we use to help build confidence, strength, and understanding in the actual hardest part of the muscle up, which is going from the top of the chin up into the bottom of the dip. You're in essentially an end range for the chin up, and then you've got to get into your end range of the dip. So two areas where potentially we won't be the strongest, right? So this is an opportunity to start building strength, but also then how do we actually do that transition? So in terms of setup for the rings, T, can you just show us the bottom of the dip, please? So we want to be here. So this is the bottom of a dip position. If you can imagine, if we do a dip, we would then press up from here. So we've got deep elbow flexion here and lots of shoulder extension. But the important thing is that you set up the rings at such a height so you're in that position with the upper body, but you can still reach the floor comfortably. Like I like to be toes, not completely feet. So we emphasize the work in the upper body. Good, have a little bit of rest, but that's the height you're going to be working, because the beautiful thing about this exercise is you can moderate it and manage it depending on how much weight you put on your feet. So you want to use the feet as much as possible to make this transition as smooth as possible. So let's talk about the transition before we actually watch some reps from T. You're starting in the bottom of the dip, but as you come down, you want to slowly, as the elbow comes down and underneath you here, underneath the hand, you want to start transitioning into false grip, and you want to stay in false grip right in the top of that chin. Then you're just going to reverse it and pull your way back through. So you go from a normal grip into false grip. That's usually where people get tripped up with this. So let's watch a few slow reps from T here. I always like to start at the bottom of the dip, right? So let's start there. Bottom of the dip, shoulders are away from the ears as well, you're not collapsed, this is great. Then we're going to keep the hands close to the chest and the elbows tucked in, and we're going to let the elbows sweep down behind us as we transition into false grip. And now notice T's position is actually behind the rings. This is what we want to do. We want to go from behind the rings to in front of the rings. Then we're going to press down into the rings to pull ourselves back through into the bottom of the dip. Bang. And you notice the shoulder height is actually pretty much the same. That's when we know we're getting good at this. Let's do another rep. Slowly letting the forearms rub down the side of the ring, pressing the elbows down, the hands down into the rings, pausing there, and then using your strength, feet as needed, to pull back through into the bottom of the dip. Good. One more rep, smooth and slow by yourself. Let's see it. Keep the rings in close. Nice. Pause and pulling through, back into the bottom of the dip. Nice, and rest. Awesome. If your reps are faster than that, too fast. If your reps are not as smooth as that, chances are you don't have enough support from your feet. Common mistake is people will try and go too gung-ho and just go really light on the feet. Use the feet a lot, because depending on where this is in your muscle up journey, you could be really fresh to it, so you're just understanding the movement pattern, or you need to build the strength. But either way, you're gonna need the feet a lot. So have a go of this one, use the feet more than you think, and learn how to go from the bottom of the dip to the top of the chin.